Hey, KS Skycom. How are y'all doing tonight? We're slowly working in our way into this one tonight. Derek will join us here in a little bit. And Luke is our...
KS Skycom. How are y'all doing
Hang on
tonight?
just one second. I'm getting... There we go. I shut myself off. My wife probably wishes I'd do that too. But Derek will be here in just a minute. Luke is our guest tonight. Going to be doing some gear reviews with Luke Burkholder. And if you're over in the chat, go ahead and say hi. Tell us, at least wave at us or something. Let us know you're here. Let us know you're alive. And we'll get started here in a minute. By the way, tonight we are giving away 4 prize packs. I'll show those to you while we're waiting. 4 prize packs from our sponsor tonight, Bushnell. Bushnell is based out of Overland Park, by the way. That's where their corporate headquarters are. And let's see. There we go. I've got too much stuff in my office. So we got included in here a USB drive, a thumb drive that looks like a scope. It's great. Yeah. Lots of stickers, more stickers, a koozie for your cold beverage of your choice, bottle or can, more stickers. It's going to be a sticky situation, huh? Yeah, more stickers. And flag, range flag, and even a little scope. Check this out, y'all. A little scope cleaner. So then their product catalog, and of course we all are big fans of what? Patches. Great patch right here. And then you also get a brand new, unworn Bushnell hat with America on the back, all right? So that's going to all come to 4 of you that win tonight by way of Bushnell. We want to thank them for being sponsors tonight, and we're going to have other sponsors in the future. So I do not receive a dime, and we want to make that very clear. This is not a paid promotion here on YouTube at all. We are not. This is just swag that was sent to me to give out. That's it. So there's been no exchange of funds that has gone on, so that people know, and so that the good old folks at Facebook know. We are not being paid by Bushnell. This hat was given to me as just to promo for tonight. So, all right. Derek tells me that he's the ghost tonight. You will not see his face. Actually, why don't you come on with your audio, Derek, and say hello to everybody.
Hey, everybody. Okay, so I don't have a webcam tonight. I may not have one for the future, but we'll see. But I have my good headset on, so you can probably hear me pretty well. I'm going to be adding in names to our randomizer. So when it's time to pick, then I'll go ahead and show the randomizer so you guys can see what's going on with it. I'll go ahead and test that real quick so you guys can see it now.
Okay.
Okay, so nope, don't want to do that. Oh, here we go. Okay, so you guys can probably see that.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and click pick a random name. Goes through its thing, says, hey, Lyle wins. We'll do it again. Luke wins, and Luke wins twice in a row. Good for him.
All right, Luke's a winner. That's
All right,
good.
so
Yes.
I will be inputting your guys' names as you comment. So if you comment, I will put you in here and we'll go from there.
Thank you, sir. Derek has been with us from the start with KS Guncom, and him and I have been friends. I don't even know how many years now. We've been friends, but good to see some folks over in the chat. I'm gonna just call you out and say hi. Sir Jacob the 8. I think I know who that is.
Yes, I know who that is too.
You know who that is. Good to see you, Jacob. Barbara Kelly, good to see you. Thomas Parsons, good to see you. I don't know Thomas, but evidently Jacob knows Thomas. And I'm guessing, Luke, maybe you know Thomas too.
Oh yes, yep,
Yeah.
I do.
All right. Well, good. So, Cool Beans, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are, what's going on, and all that type of thing. You're actually at K-State, if I can say that, a student at K-State, and just kind of give everybody the what for and who you are.
Yes, my name's Luke. I'm currently going to K-State. I'll be graduating here shortly. Studying criminology, and I've been shooting for quite some time. In high school, I went to shot a lot of trap ski and sporting clays. Went to nationals for 3 years for that. Won a couple state trophies in trap ski and sporting clays. And then since college, I've started looking more into like 3-gun, USPSA, and then defensive shooting. So I went to a number of classes over the last year and a half, and I'll be going to Tom Gibbons' range master here before the end of the month.
About how many hours? You told me the other day. How many hours have you got in this year?
Oh,
I think you said it was over 100 hours or something like that.
it's definitely been over 100 hours. April alone, I put in about 60 hours of just classes and training in April, not including just range time. So that's just been through classes. We got a short list here of some of the classes I've been through, but includes a 2 post-certified classes, includes defensive pistol or tactical pistol, some tactical carbine classes, some shooting inside structure classes.
So, needless to say, you put some rounds downrange. So that's
Oh yes, yeah.
I've actually personally witnessed that for myself. So I know that that Luke is a guy of the gun, and so we're gonna just kind of run through some gear, and this is our format that I want to run with different individuals over the next few months for gear and gun reviews. I want the community to speak rather than I'm going to be doing some of it actually, but for the most part, it's going to be just regular old, and I'm just a regular old dude too, and so just regular old people giving their experiences with the gun and with the gear, and so it gives us an idea, and some things to talk about. So that we'll start number one. I don't know. Did you have kind of an order that you had there, Luke, or did you want to start just with the rifles and then move on to shotgun and then finally with pistol?
I don't really have an order. We can start like you just said with rifle, shotgun, and pistol.
Okay. So, and I know you got some builds there that you've done. And
yeah.
So just grab one and let's start, man.
Okay. Start with this one here, since this is the oldest rifle that I have on my table that I've built. So this here is my version of the What Would Stunna Do rifle that InRange TV had a series on about a year ago. It's we got GWAC lower on it with a Saxon 14.5-inch pencil barrel. This rifle I put I put roughly 2 to 3,000 rounds to it. I was very surprised. I was able to get about inch to 2 inch groups at 200 yards. So I'm looking at about half an inch to inch MOA gun. So I ran this through a couple of rifle classes. It's got a Leopold 2 to 7 scope on it. And then even though it does have a pencil barrel, even doing several Kyle Lamb 1 to 5 drills, it's still very manageable. It doesn't heat the handguard up too much, so it's still manageable to hold on to.
Now that specific rifle, have you said you had how many rounds approximately, or do you even know through that?
I'm guessing about 2 to 3,000.
So with that Faxon pencil barrel, what's been your experience with it?
I've not had any issues related to the barrel. It's been accurate. Again, I took out to 200 yards and I was able to get with a cold barrel about 1 inch scoops at 200. And then once I started shooting it, it started expanding up to about 2 inches. So, and that was at 200 yards. So about inch and a half, half an inch to inch group or MOA. So,
And that Loophole you said it was a 2 to 7.
Yes.
And I can't. What mark is that? What I'm trying to think. 2 to 7 from Loophole. Which one is that actually?
I don't remember the specific model from Leopold. It is a lighter weight scope. I think it comes in about 7.
Is it just a duplex reticle?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I think I know.
It's got a Aero Precision lightweight mount holding that on. So, but the scope itself is about 7 to 8 ounces, so it's pretty lightweight.
Yes, and you said the gun was like 6 pounds?
Yes, everything on it, including sling, scope, and light, it comes in about 6 pounds. So, yeah, so this thing here is pretty lightweight. And I do have a scale here. So I'm just going to weigh it really quick. Yeah, I just threw it on scale and it is under 6 pounds.
Cool. Jacob is asking, what sling do you have on that build?
This is it's a VTAC. Let's see here. It is a VTAC QD sling. So it is their model with the padded shoulder, and then you can quickly adjust it by pulling. You pull this tab here to make it tighter. Pull this one to make it looser. So especially if you're switching shoulders, if you're going from standing to prone, if you need to make it tighter to do two-handed stuff, that's nice. You don't have to have it as loose as you would with a non-adjusting sling, so it's not bouncing around.
Good to see Sprinks. We got Sprinks 747 in here too tonight. Good to see you, man. I know he's a good brother from the Kansas City area. So, and that now, have you run steel through that one?
Yes,
as well.
Yes, I ran steel through it. This rifle I've done mostly brass through it, but I have probably ran about 600 to 1,000 rounds of steel through this rifle. If it's dry, it has issues with steel. I've not had any issues with brass, but with steel, I had a stuck casing. I mortared it. I threw some more oil in it, and it's you just need to keep it lubricated if you're running steel.
Anybody else have any questions on that? What would Stoner do? Hey, Trigger Guard. Good to see you. I'm looking over here in the comments section on my other monitor to see if you have any questions. But if you do, just shout them out. And maybe Derek, if you can keep on track of that. I'm slow, man. I rode the small bus.
Yeah, no problem.
But that is a cool rifle, brother, and that to know that it, the thing that a lot of, I think, and we're going to talk a little bit about this tonight with steel. You run a lot of steel ammo, and with little malfunction and great reliance, and I think that's probably a misnomer sometimes within the community, that if you run steel, you're going to have trouble because, whether it be mag trouble or and we'll talk about that later, actually, with handguns. But in rifle, they think, well, man, that's hard on your gun. It's going to kill your gun. That's not been your experience, though.
No, as long as your rifle is oiled, I've had no issue for practical reliability. No issue running steel for range. I mean, I would not use steel for any type of defensive situation, but for the range, you can pick up steel for a lot cheaper than you can brass. You're looking at about 20 cents a round versus 30 cents a round. So if it means you can get more trigger time, I'm going to run steel. Most people will never put enough rounds through their rifle to even wear it out with steel. I think Lucky Gunner did a video a while ago comparing steel versus brass, and they found out it did. Steel would wear out your gun maybe 1,000, 2,000 rounds sooner than brass would, but really it's the amount you shoot, the amount you're paying to shoot steel over brass, you can more than pay for those parts that do wear out.
Sweet. You like cool stuff, huh, Sprinks? Well, I tell you what, if you like cool stuff, Sprinks, we're gonna do a giveaway right now. Okay, how's that sound? We'll do one right after this rifle here. So we have one prize pack. If you got with us late, like Sprinks did, get the catalog here. And here's probably one of the more important parts for some people is the koozie. Got to have the koozie. This is all, of course, sponsored by Bushnell. Let me lock on myself here. There we go. Good, nice, not sticker, patch, and lots of stickers. We got lots of stickers for you. Even a range flag from Bushnell. Excuse me. And this is, I think, one of the coolest things, y'all. I don't know. Can you all see that? That is a USB thumb drive that looks like a scope. I think that is just the coolest thing.
That is actually really cool.
Isn't that really cool? Yeah. So, and then more stickers. More stickers. It's getting a sticky situation. And check this out, Derek. It's not a hanky, dude. It's a microfiber to clean your glass from Bushnell. And then, of course, you get a Bushnell hat. And, of course, we got on the back. Let me see if I can get it up there. America, man. America. So that's all in your prize pack, okay? There's 4 of them. So we're going to randomly draw at this point from our ghostly guy, Derek, is going to run the random generator and find out who we're. By the way, let me say before you run it, if you do win, all you need to do is contact me through ksguncom@gmail.com. That's ksguncom@gmail.com. We'll put it up in the comments, okay? It's ksguncom@gmail.com to give me your information so that we can send it to you, okay? So, Derek, take it away, bro.
All right, man. So our first one looks like Barbara Kelly just won herself a prize pack for commenting.
Barbara Kelly. All
awesome.
right. There you go. It pays to comment. So Barbara, if you will get a hold of me at KS Guncom, that's KSCGUN, like in gun, COMM, okay, Kansas Gun Community is what it's short for, at Gmail, then yeah, give me your information so I can send this to you, okay? Or one of these. I'm using this one, so it may not be this one here, but you will get a prize pack from Bushnell. So thank you, Bushnell. So on to the next gun. Let's get on to the next gun, Luke. And what you got there, bro?
So the next one is going to be this AR pistol. It was a pistol kit from Palmdale State Armory. You're looking at a 10.5-inch barrel with a 12-inch, I think it's a 12-inch Saint handguard. But it's a 12-inch M-lock handguard. You have Picatinny rail on top. It's running Daniel Defense fixed iron sights with a Holosun 503. Let's see. Yep, 503C circle dot, and it is solar powered. This dot I've had on constantly for the last year. So I've had this build since August of last year. I've got about 4,000 rounds to this. Most of that is steel. And again, with that, I took it through a 2-day fighting rifle class, about 1,500 rounds to there through a regular guy's training. And that was mostly steel that day. During the first day, I had, I think, one malfunction is stuck casing, mortared it, finished the drill, and then I threw some more oil in it. And
Now,
that
for
was
those,
the
I'll pause you just for a second. For those
Yeah.
who, when you refer to mortaring, some may say, and I'm not trying to be degrading in any way, shape, or form, but some people might wonder what in the world you're talking about. How a mortar in a gun.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, that's a great question because I didn't even learn that till about 3 years ago. And so with that, basically you're wanting to collapse your, if it was a rifle, stock, but here your pistol brace, just so you don't break your stock or pistol brace. Then you're going to want to take your charging handle and then you're going to be slamming it, or you don't want to just slam it against the ground, but when you bring it down, you're going to be hitting the ground and pulling your charging handle, kind of help. You're trying to let gravity help you extract that casing.
Good deal. Now, just a little bit about
It's
that.
used-
That's a pistol, and
Yes.
and what brace did you say you have on it?
It's the SB Tactical S3 pistol brace, but this one is licensed by Palmdale State Armory.
Okay,
So it does have Palmdale State's Armory's logo on here.
and you have DD sights on there, don't you?
Yes, yep.
That's
I've got Daniel
Daniel.
Defense 6 irons. And,
Anybody have any questions? That Holosun, you said you've had on for a straight year. Is that what you said?
Yes, yep. It's still on, and I've left it on. I turned it on back in August, and it's been on since. So it's got
Now, while it's
50,000 hours. So I'll probably
sorry, I interrupted there. Just for folks that have never seen that, show that solar panel if you would.
Yes, so it does have a solar panel on top. So if you're outside and it's brighter out, the red dot can be completely powered by the solar panel. So even if you do not have a battery in here and it's light outside, it will still run. If you go into a darker room, it will adjust the brightness of the dot. And that way you can, it's auto adjust, and it's a dual powered. It runs it off a battery and the solar. So if you're in a dark room, it runs it off battery. If you're outside, it'll run it off the solar. So.
And that has how many again?
It's 50,000 hour battery life. So I'll probably be switching out about the halfway point.
Oh no,
Same
how many
idea
rounds?
of,
I'm sorry, how many
oh,
rounds?
sorry, yeah. It's got about 4,000 rounds to it.
And you got what kind of light you got on it there?
It is a Crimson Trace tactical light for rail equipped long guns, and it's a 500 lumen light. It runs off one CR123, and I've
And you
got
got
a
the
pressure pad on there.
yeah, you told me the other day you got that for a steal, man.
Yes, I got it. Oh, I did. I also got that in August. Optics Planet had a sale on it for about $45, and I think they normally go for over 60.
So and then what kind of what's the I'm trying to look at the rail. What kind of rails on there?
It's a M-LOK rail. It came with the kit, but it is a 12-inch Saint M-LOK MOE rail, and I think that's what Palmetto State Army calls it.
And how many malfunctions have you had out of that? You
This
said
rifle,
I want to
I've
do what?
had I've had about 4 out of this. A stuck casing, had a double feed, which I believe was a magazine issue. I think it had a failure to another basically stuck case issue. But yeah, about 4,000 rounds, and that was with mostly
Wow.
with steel.
You keep them lubed up pretty good then.
Yes. Yeah, you can see there's oil on there, and just from handling it, my hands are starting to get a little black or oily.
What are you using?
Um, it I'll use a mixture of stuff for cleaning. I like something like an aerosol can with like whether it's Vim oil or hops number 9, something that's really easy to spray on there and clean it.
Hmm.
And then when I'm actually lubricating it, I like something that's a little thicker, just because like Vim oil is very light, so when you start shooting a lot, it'll bake off quicker. So for actual lubrication, I'll use either hops, or a lot of times I'm using 10W40, just motor oil from Walmart. I got that idea from regular guy training because it's gonna be pretty similar. They're both synthetic oils, and you'll never get your rifle as hot as a car engine.
Very true. You know, there's an anecdotal story I told about Kyle Lamb.
Mhm.
And for those of you who don't know who Kyle Lamb is, Viking Tactics, he um, Kyle was part of Delta, and of course, actually led Delta, or was in charge of at one point in time out of Bragg. And when he was a part of Black Hawk Down in Mogadishu, and they were running their guns so hard that during that whole mishap, and they needed to cool down a saw, for instance, and several just regular M4s. And back then, they didn't teach them to carry any lubricant in, and of course they were running probably A2 grips, so they didn't have any lubricant. He literally the anecdote. This was a story that was told to me. He laid on it on his side behind cover and put a round, an 8.55 round through an oil pan on a close by car. Took a helmet from either an injured or a deceased soldier from the I don't know how that worked, or it may have been his own. I'm not sure. And went over and stuck it underneath that oil pan and where it was draining. Took that, and that's what they used, was the oil out of that vehicle to cool down them guns
Mhm.
and to lube them up. So yeah, it works.
Yes.
So if you're anybody have any questions on on that rifle there. I'm reading a little message here. If you have won, by the way, if you've won, Barbara won earlier, and if you've won, then it takes you out of Derek. I'm talking with here. Takes you out of the running for winning again. Okay, of the 4 giveaways from Bushnell tonight. Okay, just a little note there. Anybody with any questions? I'm looking over here on the chat. You know, it really is. What are some of the things that stand out to you, Luke, about that rifle there? Is that probably your favorite one?
I do like it. A few things I wish that were different is with a 12-inch rail, I would prefer having a 12-inch barrel just for a little more velocity. But I do like the size of it for anything 250, 300 yards, and it's perfectly fine for that.
What comp are you running on there, by the way?
It's a it is a CAC flash can. So it's basically the idea is it pushes the gas and the sound forward. Yeah, forward of it because it's that's the main idea. It does actually do a decent job with that compared to like this 14.5-inch here with a 3-port brake. That brake is
not very neighborly right there.
No, it's not. So if you're shooting next to somebody, this the CAC flash can there actually does a lot better job than the 3-port brake. So and I was really surprised the first time I used it. I thought it was a little gimmicky, but it actually does do a pretty good job as a muzzle brake. So
and pretty reasonable. I mean, was it?
It was included with the it was included with the kit, but I think they were normally $35.
Oh, yeah. I know here in the area, Call Valley Precision makes linear comps for both, for pistols, AR pistols, and even for full size rifles up to 308. So they're located in Silver Lake. So I really want to try one of theirs, and see if it really. I run a bird cage on all my ARs, so you know how that works, but. I want to try a linear comp and see if it actually makes it. They talk about it makes a sound difference because it's projecting the percussion out and the gas is out, and so I'd really be interested in trying it. I say that I need to get the money up and pony it up and go buy one from them. But Call Valley Precision, if anybody, that's right here in the state of Kansas too. So. Over at Silver Lake, it's over by Topeka. So if you don't know where that's at, anything else on that rifle there?
Something I just threw on there is this Magpul bad lever. I've heard mixed reviews on it in the past. When I put it on here, the idea was not to use it as was not to be releasing the bolt by pushing in, because that's usually where I see people complain about issues is when you do go to release the bolt, slipping through and pulling the trigger. So, but as an extended bolt catch, it is gives you a little more on this side to actually grab onto. But
what's been your experience in classes with it, with the bad lever?
I've not ran it through a class. I just put the bad lever on probably a month ago, 2 months ago, and so I've not taken. I did that. That's actually it's actually not true. I did take it through a class last month. I mostly used it as an extended bolt catch. It does give you a little more to use it. I'm not really using it as this side, but I do like it as if you need to lock the bolt to the rear without having to switch your hands, you can move your trigger finger up and then just pull your charging handle to the rear.
The firearm rack is on here. How's it going, man? He's dropping some knowledge bombs over in the comments section. If it's who I think it is, if it's Patrick, is that you, Patrick? Tell us if it is. Yay or nay? Good to see you, man. He says, I don't know if you can see that over there, that that you put Magpul's worst product on it. He would know, I tell you what. So
Yeah,
that's Patrick. Patrick Roberts from the Firearm Rack. By the way, check him out. I'll give a shout out to him.
It could be worse. He could be trying to carry around a Serpa. Just saying. Sorry, I'll never pass an opportunity to dog on that thing.
Yeah. No, there's countless instructors that won't let the thing on the range now. But yeah. Anyhow, any other questions, Patrick? Do you have any other commentary there, brother, on on Luke's prized pistol possession? Serpa is greater than the bad lever. You gotta love his trolling, man. I love it, man. It's awesome.
I do agree.
Go ahead.
I agree. The bad lever, it does have its issues. And I'm just testing it out. It's the only rifle pistol AR I have with it on there. So it may not stay on there, but there's a reason I picked it up on sale. It was on clearance when I got it. So,
are you watching these comments?
I don't think I can see them.
Oh yeah, you'd have to open another window. I'm just watching Patrick's comments.
Okay. I can try to pull them up.
That's some lively conversation. I really appreciate that.
What's that?
That's some lively conversation. I appreciate that.
It is. Patrick, if you'll send me your info, bro, maybe we'll have you on. Okay. And get your truth bombs, man. It's on clearance. I wonder why. It's time to have a giveaway, man. I'm so glad to see Patrick show up. I'm so glad. Maybe he'll win a Bushnell hat and he'll bust us all. I don't know. By the way, Bushnell sponsored tonight, so we got another giveaway. I showed it before. There's plenty of stickers, patches, and even the greatest little thing here is this this USB drive. I'm not taking it out of here to show you because I don't want to ruin the.
I'm just pissed that you showed this off to everybody and you didn't offer it to me first.
Brother, you know what? I'm just gonna be straight with you. I don't even have one.
I'll message some people and see if I can find one.
Yeah, you might. I know a few people over there, so I need to.
All right.
Make the free ads stop. Yeah. Oh, we've got to do. Okay, hey.
The free hats are going on clearance, man.
Well, here you go, Patrick. This koozie right here, brother. Yeah, it's calling your name, man. I know that you have a beverage that you can stick in it. I know that. So, do another drawing there, Derek. Tell us who it is.
All right, what are you guys seeing right now? Because it looks like
I'm seeing your screen there. That's only got Derek, Lyle, and Luke on it.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, that's not right. I mean, hey, the free hats though, man, come with with America, man. Here, see, Patrick, America. Come on.
All right, maybe we'll do something different here. Hang on a second.
They are comfortable. I will say that. I don't know. And if Firearm Rack has some swag that we need.
All All right, I guess we'll just try this the way it's sitting and see what happens.
Whoop, you got
All right.
two different ones.
I don't know what it is doing.
Now you're on the right one, I think.
Huh.
Now I see your desktop.
Oh yeah, that's really weird. I don't know what the hell Google's doing. All right, let's go ahead and pick a random name.
Random name. Let's
Mr.
go for
Firearm
it.
Rack himself just got in time. Oh, Sir Jacob the Eighth.
Sir
You
Jacob
won.
the Eighth. Sir Jacob the Eighth, you have won a prize pack from Bushnell, okay? So there you go. Get a hold of me at ksguncom@gmail. Let me get it on myself here. ksguncom@gmail.com. ksguncom@gmail.com. And get your information from you. Actually, I think I can hand that off probably to you if we make it the right times. So, congratulations, Jacob. You are a winner, man. So let's Luke, are you ready to hop on to that third rifle?
Yes.
I've seen this one in action, actually.
Yes, so this one here, all of these rifles I've been essentially running the same or similar slings. They've all been basically VTAC slings. The last two have been 511s sling by VTAC, and they're all quick adjustment slings. But this here is the Savage MSR 15 Recon. It's got a 16-inch barrel with a 15-inch handguard, and it's running. It's got MO or M-lock, and I've got Magpul QD mount on there for the sling and a QD sling swivel.
Now you ran that through Beardus Defense's 2-day tactical rifle and pistol course that I
Yes,
did. I actually did some media work for, and you specifically did not run a dot.
Yes.
Tell us why.
Yes, so I ran it just as it is right now, without a red dot. Big reason is when I went to regularized training, his two-day fighting rifle class last August, I believe, and during that class, when he showed up, day one, he told everyone to take off their red dots. Since not enough people know how to run the irons nowadays, everyone's using a dot or a scope. Day one was just irons. So I decided to run just irons on this since it's been a while since I've just ran irons. And that's what I did.
What was your experience? I mean, were you able to acquire the target and I mean, felt confident in it? And I know there was a lot of moving and shooting, specifically in some of those drills.
Right. It does take a little, or it's very durable. Being more used to a red dot, and getting it took a little bit getting used to, but it did not hinder me in any way running irons over red dot. Usually with the close-up stuff, I did pop down to the larger rear aperture versus running the smaller one. But
Patrick is asking, where's the LVPO? That's a low-powered variable optic. Do you have a low power?
no, lowest thing I have is the 2-7 on the 14.5 inch. Yeah.
That's fixed.
Yeah. I do have I
have
an 18-inch.
I would say if you're offering to a poor college student, Patrick, you can get him into a low power variable, man. Hey, I bet you know what? I'll just do a shameless plug. I bet Bushnell has one.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. The Bushnell Elite Series.
Yeah.
Well done.
Derek, So what do you run on yours, man?
Right now I've got a Vortex Gen 2 PSD.
Okay.
I had
I
a
have
Steiner 1-4 on it.
yeah, that's
It's a
what I
pretty good
thought
piece
it
of glass,
was.
actually.
Yeah. Did you sell that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I wanted a little bit more magnification, so I got I picked up the 1-6 for like a ridiculous deal. So
He
figured
just
why not?
gave away. Patrick just gave away a Strike Eagle.
Well, sounds like he needs to pony up and give another one away today.
Golly, man! I tell you what.
Just rolling around in Strike Eagles
Um,
over there.
I'm telling you, I have right now. I'm doing T&E or some testing evaluation on a piece from Athlon, and that's what's on my AR. My wife runs a Vortex on hers. I used to have a Strike Fire 2 on my AR. Sold it. The I'm not going to reveal what I have exactly from Athlon on mine right now, but I will say this: I smoked a deer at 175 yards in the dome with it, and it is a dot-driven optic. So
But were you aiming at the head?
no, actually, I was aiming at the neck, and it was I whatever moved up just a hair, but it did the job. I mean, bam, lights out.
Nice.
So it was fun. 62 grain Fort Scott munitions is what I was running that day. So yeah, but for whatever it's worth, and I will be doing some more reviews on and I can't reveal the company right now because I'm working with them on another optic, and I'm excited. Derek, I think you'll be excited about it too because you're into the long range game. I'll just say that.
Sweet.
Yeah, and it's not Athlon, so just a tease. So anyhow, the only one he has. What did he say? The only one. I, okay, yeah, we don't want that one, Patrick. Anyhow, so on that rifle there, how many rounds you got through it, Luke?
This one I have roughly 1,000 rounds through it.
How many
I've only had it.
malfunctions?
I don't think I've had any to it. So
And that's
about
all
1,000.
steel?
Yep.
Holy
Yeah.
cow, man. What steel
yeah.
are you? I mean, what are you running, Wolf or what? I mean, what steel are you
I'm
running?
using Wolf. Yep. Running 55 grain Wolf.
Yeah. And what's the
Yep.
twist on the barrel?
This is a 1 in 8. And some of this other, most of these others are 1 in 8. The Faxon's a 1 in 8. The Palmetto State, I think, is a 1 in 7. But yeah.
No, that's interesting that you're running Wolf that much. You know, if I break in, I broke in like 3 other rifles for people just to warm them up, and that's what I'll take out and run through them as Wolf. Because my theory is, if you'll run two 30-round mags of Wolf through it, and it doesn't bust the gun,
Yeah.
you know, bust the extractor or anything like that, or do anything weird, or jam or whatever, it'll be okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's good or not, Patrick. You can maybe tell us, but yeah, that's been kind of my theory. Derek, how do you what's your been what have you had experience wise with Wolf?
I mean, I don't really have a problem with Wolf. I've seen it run through plenty of guns. A lot of people hate on them. People complain about their extractors breaking, but that's probably not because of the steel case ammo, honestly. Not that it doesn't have more wear and tear on a gun, but steel case ammo is great, especially if you're shooting on a budget. I mean, I have no problem shooting steel. I shoot it through my gun. I got a Daniel Defense rifle and I still shoot steel. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. Lube the gun up, keep it good, and you'll be fine. Obviously, I prefer to shoot brass, and at this point, it's cheaper for me to shoot brass because we shoot reloads. But yeah, I mean, everything he's been talking about with steel has been my experience too.
Yeah, when I run if the gun's dry, that's when I start having issues. If I just keep it oiled, that's when I can run it without issues.
That is the platform, man, with ARs. For my experience, you just got to keep her lubed up, and she'll run.
Yeah, people get really obsessed with cleaning them. You don't really have to. I mean, not as stupid and meticulous as the military likes to push.
Yeah.
But when you have, that's more of a indictment of the population that you're around than that's really the guns itself.
Yeah, they can run pretty dirty as long as they're oiled.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. I'm watching over here, and Patrick's giving us some info.
Right. Yeah, exactly what Patrick just said. You shouldn't clean them that much.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's more of an indictment of the people that are. A lot of times you have to rely on the lowest common denominator, and that's what you have to deal with. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think I've cleaned my guns. I have not thoroughly cleaned my gun probably since I purchased it. Maybe shortly after I first shot it, but other than that, I haven't touched it.
Wow.
This one,
lubricate it, wipe it down, be done with it.
Yeah, I pulled this one out of the box and I started shooting it. So I threw some oil on it, but I haven't really done a detailed clean on it. So
so you've ran 1,000 rounds and you haven't done a detailed clean. Okay.
nope, just oiled it up and it's been going fine.
It's good stuff right there.
Yeah, that is a testament. And that's a Savage. You said that's a Savage, right?
Yes. Yep. The Savage MSR 15. Yeah. I'm planning on throwing probably a Trijicon MRO on here or a low powered variable optic. I'm not sure yet.
Oh, hit up the firearm rack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit Patrick up. He'll get you a very colorful.
Yeah. But right now, this rifle is it's basically stock. The only thing that's not stock is the sling. Everything else is how it came. For some reason, they're supposed to come with a mil spec trigger, but this one they sent it with a 2-stage with a 3.5 pound 2-stage trigger in it. So.
Well, hey, there you go. No, it's anybody got any questions about that? Oh, you'll give a nice affiliate link to buy one. Thank you, man. Purple Jake Burkholder. Are you related to Purple Jake?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Purple Jake. I only knew of one, so there's two. Okay, there's two.
Yep.
By the way, Patrick, if you get a hold of me at ksguncom@gmail.com and hit me up, dude. Fisher and I have fun talking, so I'm sure we'll have fun talking. But anyhow, I want to move on to a giveaway. That's what we need to do. So we've done two, and one has went to Barbara, and the other one went to Jacob the 8th, or what is it? Sir Jacob the 8th. Yeah, sounds like a horse. Like a Triple Crown winner, Sir Jacob the 8th. That's cool though. He's a good. I know who that is. He's a cool guy. Awesome man. So, let's give away a third one, and I won't go through it all again. It's a lot of stickers, patches, and a USB drive that Patrick hates, and and Derek loves. That looks like a scope. I will show you. I think it's cool, man. I really do. That's the coolest part for me.
I think that'd be awesome to show up to class, turning a paper with it on a scope.
Yeah, there you go. mean, it's just it's a cool, and I want to take it out of here so bad and show you. I did take one out, before, just to see how it worked. Let me very carefully take this out.
That's
And
what she said.
shut up, man. Just shut up.
I had
Okay.
to roll in with Patrick's comment.
Now we gotta see. Now check it out here. It doesn't indicate on here how many gig this crazy thing is.
There
you go.
There we
So,
go.
and no more sex jokes, okay?
Who said that?
But yeah, I said that. Yeah. Family friendly. There you go. I mean, it's cool. Stinking cool, man. So I
Whoever
hope
came
Patrick,
up with that idea should get a raise.
yeah, I'm telling you, I hope Patrick wins this thing. I'm gonna send it to him. I'm not gonna paint any
So you're gonna paint
anatomical parts on it or anything like that. But yeah, I'll send it to him, man. I might send it to him with some anyhow. Nothing preloaded, we'll put it that way. All right, so let's get a drawing going on, man.
All right. For whatever reason, Hangouts is being a pain, so
It's not allowing you to show it?
no, hang on a second. All right.
Okay.
All right, so we have 5 remaining. Here we go.
And only two prizes left from Bushnell. Go
Who's
ahead,
gonna
man.
score that sweet USB drive? Oh, Sprinks, you did it again.
Sprinks did it, man. And the dude, I'm telling you, if he's still on here, are you still on here, Sprinks? He just texted me a while ago. If you are, just comment. Sprinks 747 just won. Congratulations. Tell him congratulations. See if he's on here. There he is. You won it, man. The prize pack for Bushnell.
We draw it.
This is an inside joke. Your wife is gonna laugh her stinking butt off at you. That's awesome. Oh, he says redraw it. Do you want us to redraw it? I'm not gonna reveal who Sprinks is, but he has some ties that we all have. Do you want us to redraw it? Go ahead. I mean, okay, we'll redraw it. Okay. He has ties to Bushnell. Yeah. So we'll redraw it. Go ahead, Derek, and redraw it. Can you hear me, Derek?
I can hear you.
Oh no, he
But,
said he'd be right back. I bet he went to the bathroom.
Okay.
We'll redraw it here in a minute. Okay, so let's go on to your shotgun. Your shotgun, and that's a snazzy little shotty there. Tell us what it is, man.
This is a Mossberg 930. It's their JM4 with a 22-inch barrel with a 8-round magazine on it. I then added some Picatinny rail to the side with a sling swivel on the other side. These are actually made by the company who makes the OEM barrel to tube mount. So it's not a third party. Might be a third party, but it is the same people who makes the barrel clamp.
So let me ask you: can you shoot it as fast as Jerry Mitchell?
No, that's probably going to take a couple years to get that down, but
what semi-automatics? I own some semi-automatic and then other shotguns too, but are notoriously, people say, well, they're unreliable and we wouldn't use them in self-defense and all that type of thing, but people use them in 3-gun all the time. What's been the reliability on that one?
This one, I've got roughly 800 rounds to it, 800 to probably a little more, but I'm just going to say 800. The only thing that has not ran through here is Winchester Champion. No, not Champion. They're cheap stuff.
I'm trying to think Winchester's cheap stuff.
No, I have a box of it over here. I'm just gonna go grab it.
By the way, Patrick is asking, where's the light? We're going to be talking about that in just a second, actually. So,
yes, it's Winchester Universal. That's the only thing that has not ran through this. I've ran about 100 rounds of buckshot through it, about 50 rounds of slugs, no issue, and then
but
roughly
birdshot?
500. I've ran roughly 500 rounds of birdshot through it.
Excuse me.
The only birdshot that that has issues with is the Winchester Universal. It gets duck casings, and that is that's a challenge to actually clear. But I've ran Federal. Federal's cheap birdshot. It's $5 a box. I ran a variety of other cheap stuff, but the only one that's not that has had issues is the Universals. And then I did switch out, and I threw a Macy's Tactical side saddle. This is the second one I had because the first one, when it showed up, was bent, and I could literally slide a quarter between the side saddle and the receiver. And so with the second one, I've not had that issue. I did put some light Loctite on the screws here so it doesn't come loose. And then I threw on a NDZ Performance enhanced safety. So I went with blue because out of the colors they had, that was the one I liked.
Is that aluminum or plastic?
It's aluminum.
Okay.
So, this does come with a enlarged safety from the factory, but instead of sticking up, it's just wider versus this one here. This is narrower than the factory large one, but it sticks out farther, so it's very easy to get with your thumb. It really makes that quick to switch that on and off.
Do you have any shotgun classes you're planning on going through?
I did take it through I took it through a shotgun instructor's course. I would like to go through a couple shotgun classes here in the next 6 months, but as of now, I don't have anything planned.
Yeah, good deal, man.
Yeah, as of this year, I've taken roughly 1.5, 2 classes a month.
That's a lot of money going out. So
yeah,
that's why that LVP, that low powered variable scope is not around.
yeah.
You do have a light that you can throw on there, correct?
Yes, and through the classes I've been doing, my goal was to throw a light that had a pressure pad farther or closer to the handguard, but when I did need a light and the light was not the main point of the class, I did throw a O light on here. So.
And that no problems.
No problems with that. It doesn't have any issues with turning off. The only downside to this is it is a pistol light, so it's harder to have light discipline when my hand's here and the switch is that far up. So that's the only kind of downside of running that light on.
Can you get a pressure pad for that?
I'm not sure. As of now, I don't think you can, but Olight has something similar to this that has a pressure pad option on it.
So there you go. Answer for Patrick.
Now I do have a extra Streamlight QR1, which I could throw a pressure pad on here.
Okay. Now, are you doing any are you doing any competitions with that? Did you mention
That's the
that to me?
goal.
Okay.
I did. That's the goal in the long run. I've not ran it in 3-gun. I'm gonna try to before the end of the summer. I'm gonna try to go to a pistol competition. Couple of them in July. Which that's gonna be in Kansas City and Topeka. I did run it through a shotgun competition down at oh the Kansas Peace Officer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The KPOA shoot. That was
Yes.
just what, a week or two ago?
Yes, that was last weekend.
Yeah, down at Trigger Guard.
Yes, Trigger.
The range down there, Wellington, owned by Mike Yoder. Good place. If you're down by Wichita, look him up. Anybody have any questions on that? Firearm Rack says the new PL, whatever it is, has a magnetic pressure pad. Really, a magnetic pressure pad? That is weird. Huh.
Yeah, so that'll attach to the side. I've seen some people say if it snags on something that can pop off, but it's magnetic, so it won't break off. It can pop off and then make your pressure pad have some issues with not working. But
anybody else have any questions on that? That JM stands for Jerry Michalak, by the way. And if y'all don't know who Jerry Michalak is, you've been living under a rock for the last however many years. That's okay.
oh yeah, for the last 30, 40 years.
Yeah. Jerry Michalak is like the world record holder for the fastest finger in all of America on a gun. I mean,
I think he holds 30 something world records.
Yeah. Patrick asks, ghost load or no ghost load?
I don't actually think you can with the 930, but I could be wrong. I haven't done it yet. So.
Okay. I'll give a little bit. There's a lag time, of course, for when you make your comment and then when we get it over here. Family friendly, always family friendly here.
So he says yes, you can. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm gonna look into that, because yeah, I don't have an issue with ghost loading it, so always for extra round.
I'm waiting on something here. Let's move on to you have a Glock 19.
Yes.
And then you also have a Glock 34. Is that it?
I've got a 19, 34, 26, and a Glock 22.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that. Let's move on to that Glock, the new Gen 5, man. And
Yes.
that's you've had a lot of range time on it.
Yes, and I just took it off my belt. But I'm running it in a T-Rex Arms. What is this? It's either the Raptor or yes, the Raptor holster. And so this one has a. I'm just gonna put this here. Yes, so
Yes,
this will
thank you
accept
for
a
unloading.
light. Yes. Yeah. Again, I just took it off. So it does have a light option, and so I hear a lot of people say you can't carry a big gun. I carry a Glock 34 appendix.
And I will testify that Luke is not a big dude.
Yeah.
He's a small guy. you're a I don't know, what are you? Are you 6 foot?
I'm about 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah,
About
I mean,
145 pounds.
yeah.
So I'll see. I'll see guys my size, guys a little bigger, say you can't carry something as big as a Glock 19, and I'm carrying a 34 appendix every day, and they can't even tell.
What do you think of that stipple, the factory stipple from the Gen 5?
It's not bad. It could. I mean, they could have made it a little more aggressive, but I know James Yeager says that you can throw like lard on there and it's fine on a Gen 1, but I don't think there's not a if you just bought one, it's better to get training first and then in the future have it stippled. But yeah, I can still hold on to it, even doing like build drills and stuff like that. I've
How
got
many
about
rounds do you have it through? How many rounds do you have
I've
through it
got
right now?
7,500 rounds to this gun in the last since July of last year, and 5,150 of those rounds roughly have been Winchester forged.
The optic on there is it's a Holosun.
Yes.
So now that's the MOS. That's the MOS that has 7,500 rounds to it, right?
Yes, it does.
And I was talking to a guy this afternoon who's not on here, so I'm not going to shame him. And he didn't have good things to say about the MOS. Have you had any problems with the plate coming loose?
No, I Loctited it. That being said, the hottest part of your slide or of your gun is going to be the slide, and the thing you defeat Loctite with is heat. But I've not had an issue with it, and I have gotten it pretty hot. Running some drills and then reholstering it is not always pleasant when it's that hot, but I have gotten it hot. When I first got this red dot, they did not have the proper length screws, so that was an issue. So I've only had this specific Holosun on here for about the last 5,000 rounds. The first one I got in, I had it on there for about 3 days before they sent out email with the recall. So I had to send it back in for the recall because it's kind of similar to the Trichcon RMRs with the Type 1s where under recoil the red dot would flicker. Same thing with this. So once I sent that in, they fixed it, sent it back to me. I sent it back in them again, and then they sent me a brand new one. And so I had issues with the first one I got. This new one, out of 5,000 rounds, I've not had any issues.
And you run the reticle that you're running is the circle, right?
Right now it's just the dot. I've tried both the circle dot and the dot. On a handgun, I think I prefer just the dot. When you have the circle dot, it's a little too much going on in there. But
Patrick's asking what color Loctite were you using and how much was used?
I used red, the semi-permanent. So I think that's blue Loctite. And I used a decent amount. I know they recommend like a drop. I did more than a drop. And then I let it sit for about 72 hours before I start shooting it. So to give it time to dry. But I'm not completely sold on the MOS. I think if you wanted to walk out of the gun store that day with a red dot on there, the MOS is good. But I think I'd rather have it milled specifically for that red dot.
That was what I was told this afternoon.
Yeah.
And that person is a reputable. They do it for a living, and we'll put it that way.
Yeah. So if you're gonna be using it a lot, using it hard, which I've been doing a decent amount. I don't know I know there's people who put a lot more rounds than I have to with guns like this, but in the last under a year, I've got 7,500 rounds through this gun. The MOS plates, I think, is the weakest link of this gun, though.
Yeah, I think the MOS system I think is great for a competition shooter that may or may not switch their optic out. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna stay with the same thing, yeah, you're pretty spot on there. Just mill it, be done with
Yeah.
it. But it does. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty impressive that it's held up that well. That's good.
Yeah. Because here, instead of just having one set of screws attached to the slide, you have two. So when you start adding more parts, that's just more failure points.
Which is funny because that's like what Glock like prizes himself on.
Yeah. And I do have what is it? Ameriglow Hackathorn suppressor height sights on here. Just in case anything happens to that red dot. If it
Always
somehow
good.
dies. Yeah. Somehow dies, I can still use those.
Sir Jacob VIII says that he likes the trigger grooves on the full size, but not the 19. That's interesting.
I'm actually the opposite. I like on the Gen 4s, I like the trigger grooves or the finger grooves on the 19, but not on the 17.
We have a
So,
new guest on here.
There goes the neighborhood.
Patrick, what's going on, man?
How's it going?
Not too bad. First time meeting you, by the way. But always good to have somebody new on. Pat, are you riding for Recoil now?
I write for a bunch of people. So you can find my stuff on Recoil Web, on Ammo Land, sometimes on The Truth About Guns, Guns and Tactics, firearmrack.com, a bunch of other places too.
What's been your experience with the MOS, man?
So all of my MOS experience, well, probably 85% of my MOS experience has been with a Shield Sights RMS, and it was less than stellar. About every 200, 250 rounds, I was retightening screws, reapplying Loctite.
Gotcha.
So
you spoke of Fisher's of Yeti's.
his pore cancer.
Yeah. he's into the Hollison thing. Pincus is too. So
Yeah. I like Rob. I'm gonna keep quiet.
Yeah, I know. It's all right.
Hollison's one of Rob's sponsors for the tour.
Yeah, I know.
Fisher just is tired of buying RMRs.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame him.
Well, I mean, by the way, Luke, what was your the cost on that 507?
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess 260. Right around there.
That's actually pretty close. It was about 249 because I had to wait 3 months for it to be on back order, and I called them up and they took about $20-$30 off that. So that's about the price I paid for it, about 249.
And the new SRO is going to go for how much, Patrick?
I'm expecting street prices to be right around 450.
Cheapers, man.
And I'll buy one instantly.
Why?
I like the Delta Point Pro window, but I don't trust them at all.
Yeah, Cowan crushed one. It was bad.
The Delta Point? Well, yeah, Cowan can break anything.
That's true.
That is true. That is true.
No, I've got a Delta Point on my 509 Tactical that's got something like 6,000-7,000 rounds on it now, and still it's doing pretty well. No, I mean I'm not gentle on my stuff either.
And what about the Hollison stuff?
I don't have one.
Well, maybe you need to buy one, bro.
Yeah, I've got one like sitting at my local shop that I need to go pay for. It's been there for like 3 months,
There you go.
but I just got an Acro coming in tomorrow.
Oh, ah,
I was looking at one too. That it's between that and the SRO at this point.
Luke, what do you think of the Acro, man?
I'd like to try it out. So I've seen some videos of it at SHOT Show. So
If you
It's
get a
it's pretty good.
if you get a small loan, you can get one.
yeah,
I think they're running right around RMR money, something like that.
yeah.
Yeah. I like the, I really like. I'm impressed with them from what I see. I've never run one, but I'm impressed with one. I'm possibly going to run one with Haggard. I'm going to try to talk him into it and see if I can check Haggard when he gets his, and see if I can run his just to get some time on it.
Ask Fisher about his experience. He's been playing with battery life and like timing it, and it's
Really?
something like 2 weeks.
You're kidding?
Yeah, something like I want to say he said 11 days.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
that's horrid.
yeah. I said something to him about getting one. He was like, "Yep, buy a bunch of those batteries because you got about 11 days between battery changes." And I was like, "Well, it's not a carry optic, doofus."
Hey, Derek, do you have time to do? He's got to go pretty quick to go get some water after the water main break. Do you have time to do a giveaway?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's do 2 of them as quick as we can for you before you leave.
Sounds good.
Because Sprinks wanted us to redo because he has strong connections to Bushnell.
Gosh.
In
All right.
that case, I'll give him.
I can't reveal who that is. Is why I'm leaving it there.
Well, have him send me an email, and I'll send him some of these 25% off excess site card things that I've got a stack of.
Who's that? You mean Sprinks?
Yeah, or whoever. I don't care who it is.
Well,
Everybody
Sprinks,
can email me.
Sweet.
if Spring, what is your email address?
Patrick at firearmrack.com.
There you go. I was wanting you to give it. I wouldn't get it. There you go. Patrick at firearmrack.com.
Yep.
And seriously, go check. I'm giving you a full shout out, man. Go check him. Go check out Patrick. So who are we going to give this away to, Derek? And the koozie. Hey, this is what you need, Patrick. You need the koozie, brother.
No, I got a Uber Elite Surefire one and a Gen 5 Glock.
Okay, well, maybe the little USB drive, man.
I'm sure Streamlights is just as good as the Surefire one.
Depends.
Depends on what's in it, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Is there a check in the bottom of this? All right, let's go ahead and roll this first one here.
All right, go ahead. Give us
Purple
a winner,
Jake.
man.
Purple Jake, you have won yourself a prize pack.
Purple Jake Burkholder. Where you at? Are you in here still, or did you leave us?
I think
You
Luke
left.
had to get a hold of him.
I'll let him know.
Let him know if you will, please, and
Yep.
then he can email me at ksguncom@gmail.com, and we can get that off to him. So
All right. One more.
one more. Roll the dice, baby.
Thomas Parsons has won himself. I don't know what because I can't see your guys' screen.
It's the same prize pack.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. We had 4 of them from Bushnell. They were sponsoring. So Thomas, again, get a hold of me at ksguncom@gmail.com, and with your shipping information. That way I can get that out to you. And thanks to Bushnell, man. I really appreciate them. They reached out to me and wanted to be a part. And they're based out of Overland Park, so hey.
Stop by the showroom. It's really cool, actually.
They have the factory outlet store, bro. Have you ever been over there?
Yeah, it's awesome. They'll set up like scopes on on tripods and put them outside so you can look at whatever you want to out there.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
They
cool.
Are, dude, Bushnell's a great outfit. I love those guys.
They are.
Yeah. Do you know Wayne over there?
I do not.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. Good talk to you, Patrick. Good to meet you. Luke, good to meet you. Next time I'll have a face most likely, and I'll let you guys keep going. See ya.
All right, go get some water, brother.
Yep.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Water main break. Jeez, that's no joke.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the second one that I know of in Manhattan today, and because I saw one earlier. I actually called into the city and told them about it. It was spewing up out of the ground in a parking lot. So,
Jeez.
yeah, it's we've had a lot of water, and the ground is shifting because we've had like 18 inches of rain in the last, I don't know, Luke, what's it been? Probably 2 months.
Yeah, since
And we had
May and June.
Yeah,
April.
and we're just right outside Manhattan. You know, Luke's in Manhattan, but I live right outside Manhattan, and we have a reservoir that was at the second highest level it's ever been at, or maybe at the highest level. Anyhow, yeah, and we had flooding and everything else going on. So, and then that's causing all these water mains with all these old pipes and everything to break. Is what it is. So, good luck to Derek and his wife Bethany. Good people. Good people.
Absolutely, good luck to them. And here I was going to make some joke about 18 inches of anything will make stuff shaky, but you know.
Yeah. No, but no, Derek. Derek is actually. You'll appreciate this, Patrick. He was a Marine. Did his time and got out and went to K-State and graduated from K-State and is now going back for his master's. Yeah, doing well.
Betterment of the world and all that good stuff.
Yeah, he's doing good. And his dad was a firefighter too, by the way. So
Right on.
they a life of service from their family. Good people. Purple Jake. What's he say? He says here, can you have Luke or Jacob pick up my prize pack? I will see them this weekend. There you go. Luke, we need to get together, man.
I'll do a special delivery for that.
Yeah.
Overnight shipping.
Overnight. That's right, baby. All right. Did you want to talk about your 19 or any of the other pistols that you have?
Glocks. Why not? Glocks sound fun.
Yeah.
He's like do you have anything else? Oh, no, you do. Bring out that 92. Patrick will love this stuff, man.
Yeah, so I picked up a surplus 92S a while ago. It's just a fun gun. I like shooting. I would probably never carry this unless something's really gone wrong if I'm carrying this and not a Glock. But yeah, it's just a fun range gun. I've been able to pick up factory mags for it.
Berettas are good guns, man. I like Beretta.
Are you still? I know Patrick is really loving the old 509. Are you still really in love with that thing, man?
Yes, I love it. But I go back and forth between the 509 and the Glock 19X for like my go-to.
Not the 45 then. So you didn't.
No. I am anti-45. Well, not anti-45. I just would rather have the 19X for a couple of like reasons that only matter to me and like 4 other people in the world.
That's interesting. I'm intrigued now.
Yeah. I'm trying to get to where I can get my my gun safe.
Luke, what else do you have there? I'm seeing that you're picking up stuff.
Yeah. So I got this gun a while back. I liked it enough that made me go out and buy a brand new 92 FS. So
holy cow, bro! You have a 92 FS and a 92S?
Yeah. I actually keep the FS. Not that I'm a huge fan of shoulder holsters, but this here is more my lazy gun. I'm just sitting around the house without a good belt on. I can throw this on. So that's
Patrick, don't say it. Just don't say it, man. Please,
I
please
mean,
don't say it. Don't say
you
it.
went the opposite direction than I would have, man. Like
Yeah.
my lazy gun's a J frame.
yeah.
You
So
know, that is, Haggard, Chuck and I are good friends. He's a big snubby guy, and teaches classes on it and stuff. In fact, he's teaching something down at he's doing the roundup down in Texas this year, of course, with Bulky. And yeah, they do it down. I think it's in Carrollton. Maybe it's I'd
Seriously?
have to look. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to Google this now.
$500 for like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, good deal. Haggard, yeah, he runs the Snubby, man, and is around here. He's based out of Topeka. Agile training and consulting. Luke, have you ever met Chuck?
I've not.
I mean, I think you know of him through Mayday.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, through Mitchell's company.
Yeah, I think Mitchell's met him.
Yeah, he's the legendary lawman.
Yeah.
And
I know that he's done some stuff. I'm sadly more ignorant of Chuck's accolades than I should be. I spent all my time working.
he spent 30 years, 28 years with Topeka Police Department, was a firearms instructor for them, was also instructor for some other stuff. He's an OC certifier now. He does some teaching with some alphabet agencies.
Gotcha.
And then he's also done 3.5 years this far with another agency. He should retire maybe. I don't know, after 30 some years, but
Really?
it's in his blood, man. It's all he's just a cop. And but he knows, he's like a walking encyclopedia, dude. We have seriously, I have had him on like maybe 3 times on here, and just a truly very, very knowledgeable dude. I mean, and
listening to him on Modcasts recently.
on PNS, yeah.
And absolutely think he knows his stuff for sure.
Yeah. But the old Snubby, yeah. And I'm sorry to, I didn't mean to take away from that beautiful. Is that a Bianchi holster, by the way, Luke?
No, that was a Galco Classic Light.
Okay, gotcha. You would make oh crud, what's his name? Dadgummit, help me out here. Out of Utah.
Nothing fancy.
Yeah, you would make him very proud. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for it needs to be a Glock 26 along with a fanny pack. Yeah.
I don't have the fanny pack. I do have a 26 though.
There you go.
And that is also in a Galco ankle holster.
Whoa, man! You're busting out the ankle holster. Do you now? Let me ask you this. I know that the DASA guns are kind of making a revival and all that type of thing, but do you hold to the Glock thing just due to mag compatibility? Is that your thing?
Yes, that's mag compatibility between all my guns. I have 4 Glock, but I have 6 guns that take Glock mags. That's Glock mags are pretty cheap. I can pick up factory Glock mags for $18. So
where are you getting them for $18 at?
I'll look around. I'll pick a couple up every once in a while. I've seen them on sale if you're willing to buy a 10-pack for $180.
Oh yeah.
So I've got 20 Glock mags I have dedicated just for range use. and then that doesn't include the mags I have in carry systems. So
Here's where we're going to throw the curve in about steel. I think Patrick probably knows where I'm going. And Luke does too. Steel cased ammo and PMags.
That's a hard no.
They are
That's a
not
no.
friends.
I
Yeah.
found that out the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not friends. And it's just simply, I mean, I've ran PMags for a long time with my Glocks, and but I've never run them with steel. So it's all brass. Never had a problem.
That's the one gun that I just flat won't run a PMag in.
Yeah, I'm not.
Is what?
And a Glock.
Really?
Yeah. I've just not had real great luck with the Glock PMags.
I've ran them through. I know through 2 classes, and not one hiccup. So in a 19. Well, no, one was in a 17. Excuse me, one in a 19 and one time in a 17. Yeah. So I don't know.
All right. So we're about to try.
So
this.
trying to recreate some of the issues I have with PMags and steel case. I'll run if it's an AR, I'll run steel and AR PMags, but in Glock PMags, that's where I have issues. Which I'm actually surprised I was able to load this, but
Really?
yeah, right there when
Yeah,
you
it'll
start
hang up.
unloading it will the follower will get stuck back here, and I can literally shake it and it'll just start falling out. So
Yeah.
See how that works.
right
Hey,
there.
we can see Patrick now. Yeah, I can see you there. That it.
Yep.
I just have never tried it. I've always run brass in it.
Yeah, I've not had a lot of issues with brass to them, but because I run a lot of steel now. Oh, yeah. The follower is now stuck back here. I can look in there and see a good bit.
What do you attribute that to, guys?
I'm
I
trying to
think
get a better look at it. I gotta move my laptop from the floor.
So you can see kind of the bullets back here. So, but I think it has to do with friction. I'm not positive.
Are those the Gen 2? Because there was a first and second generation for Glock mags.
I think that is a new P mag. So, but I ran second gen Glock mags that I picked up. I've had some first gen. No, I've had second, third, and fourth and fifth gen Glock mags that have no issues running steel case, but P mags will not. So I picked up some police surplus Glock mags that are dated 1994 and they can run it fine.
Yeah, and that has to do with
it's a steel liner,
steel
man.
feed lips.
Yeah.
The feed lips, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And with this forge stuff being as dirty as it, or steel and dirty, which I don't care if it runs dirty. Even if it does not run dirty. It's a Glock, it'll run it.
Yeah. What is clean? How dirty is mine?
I've picked up Glock or rusty 9mm rounds from off the range, and I've done a couple in Glocks, and it'll feed it. Not that I recommend it, but it'll work.
Yeah, you can see how nasty that is.
Hang on, let me get it. Let me rock it on here, dude.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it's
put it back up there,
like
Patrick.
The mag is just disgusting.
Yeah, here's
the mag itself.
There's one with some clay on there.
Yeah, no, that needs to be cleaned. Wow. I'm terrible about firearms maintenance.
Well, it's
Yeah.
good that you're a Glock owner then.
This gun has had the crap shot out of it. The Uber Glock.
Oh, you got that full rolling thing going on, man.
Yes, this is the first Roland 19X. So I got this in right before SHOT Show, whenever the hell it was, 2018? Yeah, SHOT 18. I got a 19X in for review called Doug and Nina, and we did it up for SHOT Show. So I got an RMR Type 2, the full roll-in cut. I just got the new Gen 5 KKM barrel in that thing, which works really, really well. 1,000 lumen Surefire U-boat, Overwatch trigger, and other roll-in D stuff. But I think I'm sitting right around 14,000 rounds to that thing this year.
Nice. But and that's what are you carrying that?
I can, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the holster for it.
Hey, is that
I definitely
is that
carry that.
T-Rex?
It's a Bowiedeman. Bowiedeman.
It has the same clips. Luke, isn't that the same clips you have on yours?
So, probably
It's
not. I don't
similar, but
think
it's not
Luke
the
has
same.
used those. Yeah, he's got the plastic ones.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I had Andrew put a set of discrete carry concepts clips on there and a Raven wedge on the back.
Sweet.
So,
And you said you're running all T-Rex for OWB2 as well, Luke?
Yes. For the most part, if it's a Glock, I'm basically running TUX arms, with the exception of my 19. With my 19, I've got a on your sticks holster, and this is actually what I run with. So when I go on runs, I downgrade to a Glock 19, and I'll run with a 19. And I actually got baseball pants that I cut the pant legs off of, so they're now short. And I will appendix
There you
carry a
go.
Glock 19 when I run.
There you go. In the highly crime-ridden city of Manhattan.
Oh yeah. The thing, I don't even
However,
run out.
there was a robbery last night down at the Quick Shop
Oh yeah.
down by campus. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't even run outside too much anymore. A
and
lot of times Tom is
here's
now.
the fashion from Patrick of the 19X
Okay.
with the Roland on it. And the tri-blend shirt, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
oh, man. ATR.
Do what?
The tri-blend. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
These clips are awesome, but they suck at the same time. You see all of the holes.
Holy cow, dude.
So yeah, when you rub
I've
up
got
against
shirts like
something, there's like these little blades on the bottom of it, and it just eats
yeah.
shirts alive.
I
They're
run
fantastic.
I run the polymers on mine.
Yeah, the cool thing about this is it's got a polymer clip on it. Nothing anymore. So like, here's a good example. So
But there's got polymer
This-
clips on mine.
like a polymer clip's a little bit less thick than a pull the dot like that. Across the room. So the pull the dots are kind of proud. They stick up off the holster. What I really love about the discrete carry concepts clips is how thin they are. So there's like nothing to them.
They just tear your clothing up.
Yeah, but now I've done a mod on like that set. That's why they're still loose, as I haven't reset the depth of the holster. But I ground off the bottom of the clips where it would stick out, and it was kind of proud, and that was what was cutting up the clothing. So they introduced a clip that has like a radius built into it, straight from the factory. And I was like, well, I don't really want to order like 7 sets of clips because they're, what are they, $8, $9, $10 a piece. So I'm not about to spend another $100 on clips. I can help it.
Luke, somebody was asking about a 1911 here. Thomas Parsons.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a
What did he
1911?
say? I don't.
Whoa,
do.
we got another visitor here.
What this is? What's going on?
This is Luke. Do you know Clint from Williams Gunworks?
I do not. I do not.
Yeah, he will guide you on the ways of the slide.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
he's out of Wichita. For those who don't know,
Okay.
Patrick, this is Clint Turner from Williams Gunworks down in Wichita.
I recognize the name.
You recognize the name.
I think.
He's done work for. Can I say, Clint, who you've done work for?
You mean as far as dealers?
Well, you done. I mean, I'll let you tell that. Who you've done work for?
If it's a slide, let's put it this way: if it's a slide or a Glock that's been done locally, it's probably been in my shop. Is normally the way it goes.
But you've done some national work too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Like, well, it's out there. Brokos has actually come out and said that publicly. He did his grips for his rifles. But
Yeah,
we'll let
trying to think of who else. There's a national guys that I've done, and we just released a product line too.
You just released a product?
A product line, a line of guns, certain design
okay.
and setup of guns. Yeah.
And what are they?
I'm remembering it from
Glocks.
I know, but what? Tell us. Tell us more.
It's a Glock 48, a Glock 19, and then a Glock 34, all with their own, with my slide design and my design on the grip and everything like that, and one of my triggers and all that other stuff. So
Sweet.
you can actually go to my Facebook page and see them all.
And they can order them up by getting a hold of you. Williams Gunworks at gmail.com.
Yeah, WilliamsGunworks at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you need to do is just basically send me the gun itself in stock form, and you get it back a hot rod.
So there you go.
So who are these other two guys here? I haven't met them yet.
This the one. Let's see. I don't know how you're seeing them. Patrick Roberts is from the firearmrack.com. I won't say who he used to work for. He now works for.
Yeah, I used to write for the firearm blog. I was the senior writer, and I was one of the TFB TV guys, and parted ways, set up my own shop, and do a bunch of freelance work for other
Recoil.
Yeah,
Other people. Yeah.
Oh, I just had a discussion with Recoil not too long ago.
Yes.
Had about a 30-minute phone call with one of the editors. Over it matter.
And then the other person is Luke Burkholder. Luke is he was our major guest tonight, and showing off his blasters. So he's got a 34 MOS with a Holliston on it, Holliston 507 on it.
Yep.
And then he's
How many rounds do you have through that Hollow Sun?
I've got 7,500 rounds through the 34 and about 5,000 through the Hollow Sun.
Holding zero and everything seems to work good.
Yep, I've not had any issues with it losing zero. So I haven't had any issues with it coming loose or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah. I got one sitting on my shelf. I'm itching to put on something.
Oh yeah.
Do it. Like I've heard nothing but good stuff. Joe Chambers would be another guy to ask. I know he's got 6,000 or 7,000 rounds through his now.
I know that
Chambers
I-
running that on a
Cal-
1911, isn't he?
Yep, he's running it
Yeah.
on his Night Fighter. It's his test dot.
Yeah.
I know that Aaron Cowan took one and abused the crap out of it. I think he just cracked the lens and that was it.
I think that he
Right.
cracked the lens on the Acro. I'm not sure about the
Yeah,
Hollow.
he cracked it on the 507 too. I think so. But I know he
it.
did. Yeah, on the Acro he did, didn't he?
Yeah, yep. And the Acro is still
Yeah.
functional, if I recall.
And you said you have one. You have an Acro on the way, or there.
It will be here tomorrow.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm looking
We'll have to
forward
find
to
a
it.
place to put that hollow sun. I guess I'll have to put it on something. Maybe I can retro it and put it on another 19 I got or something.
If you get an RMR cut, slide, toss it on there.
Yep.
he,
Yep.
if you look, Patrick, if you look at Clint's Facebook page, which is at Williams Gunworks store on IG. He does a lot of, full-fledged jobs, man. I mean, with the slides, and then as well as you're doing PVD now with barrels and slides, Cerakote or PVD, whichever you like, that type
We're
of
a
thing.
we're a full custom shop. So
Yeah.
stepping into the 2011 world here shortly.
Staccato.
I don't know. We'll see. I got a rather interesting email from STI today that I was not happy with. So
Really?
Ah, that sounds about right.
we're gonna see who else wants to wheel and deal. So
What kind of experience have you had with STI, Patrick?
It's kind of a roller coaster. Normally it's pretty darn good. Working with them, talking with them, but every now and then, there are hiccups.
Yep, that's exactly what I would call this. Been talking to them about a gun for 3 weeks now that they're getting ready to release, and then all of a sudden I got an email from them that said it's for law enforcement only. And I went, wait a minute, why didn't you tell me this prior, before we even start talking?
They don't talk to each other.
Yeah, I'm assuming
that's the
it.
deal with most gun companies, if we're honest here.
Well, it's a good thing I'm a one-man show then.
I'm looking at your work. It looks like nice work.
He's probably the best there is in Kansas. That's what I say. But I'm a little partial.
All I know is I want to keep my banana crack like flowing, so Doug touches my shit. Doug touches my guns. Nina is scary. They're fantastic people.
No, and there's a lot of good people out there. So
Absolutely.
yeah, and in Kansas, I send everybody to down to Wichita.
Well, y'all might be shocked to know that there's actually 2 other Glocks in my safe in there that were not built by me, but they're full custom guns. So I do a little horse trading with some of the other builders too, because sometimes it's nice to have something fresh that you didn't touch.
Yeah,
and just go out and run it ragged.
and you've had some dealings with the agency too. So
yeah,
Good
dealings
dudes
with
as well.
agency. I've had some bad dealings with Zev.
Can't say I'm surprised.
And some iffy dealings with Salient. But I have nothing good to say about agency. I mean, I've got to know the owner. We get along pretty good.
Randy and Mike are both awesome dudes.
yeah, that's
Sure. Yeah.
I've heard all good things.
I'm
I don't
looking at
know
your
personally.
Facebook page. I just came across a Vickers carry trigger. What are your thoughts on that thing?
I use just the 2, and it has to be modified.
You've got the black trigger safety on it, don't you? It's not gray.
No, it is the gray. I modify the safety.
Yeah. So if you had to modify the gray one as well.
Correct.
Wow. Okay.
So one of the biggest complaints on those is when people install them is they're sharp. So what I did is I pulled it apart and basically just cleaned it up, and then we also safety up so that we can put our own adjustment in it and get rid of the take up.
Gotcha. Apparently, there's two versions of that trigger. One that the public is not cool enough to receive, from what I understand. There's one, yeah. So the one that you buy at Brownells is it utilizes stock Glock geometry. So if you stick it into a Gen 5 gun, it feels like a Gen 5 trigger, just flat. There's no reduced trigger pull. There's no reduced reset length. None of that stuff because they use stock Glock geometry.
It's a $30 flat face.
Yeah.
That's it.
I just, if I wasn't like on the fence about my 34 Gen 5, I would have bought something better. If I'm entirely honest.
What now? Yours is Luke is all stock. You don't have any trigger in it.
Right. As it is, everything here is stock. The only thing I've done to it is throw the red dot, the sights, and the light on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how many rounds do you have through that thing?
7,500.
See, that thing probably feels pretty good by now with that many rounds through it.
Yeah. So, and I'll be putting another 1,000 through it by the end of the month. Taking a class through Tom Givens.
Here, let me grab my 34. I'll show you all something. You're gonna look at the ceiling for a second.
Patrick, what do you got there, man?
My 34 Gen 5. So
Yeah, X300.
Yep. Yeah, it's one of the older 600 lumen models. And step of work by my buddy down here. He used to live down here, but TXT Custom Gun Works did this gun, and he's since relocated to Washington. So take my step of work to somebody in Michigan.
ATEI.
No, Great Lakes Custom Works.
Oh,
does
okay.
my step of work.
Where is ATEI? I can't remember.
ATEI, Lauren, Michigan.
They are. That's why I thought they were Michigan. Yeah. What you got there?
So
What kind of blaster, man?
There's my 34 right there. And it's got that trigger in it that you were asking me about. And so it's kind of tell, but it's still got the gray. I don't know if you can see it, but it's still got the gray shoe in it, or the gray safety. And so, all right.
Is that gray? Or is that? So when I'm see if mine will show up.
Hang on. Just let me get on you here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's standing out because like that
that's the same. That's kind of the same deal.
So yeah, well, this is the same one.
Right.
So you can get that to focus, but like if you look at the shade of it, I guess it's a little lighter. It's like noticeable.
The lighting in here, but
yeah, there you go. You can see it there. Is how light that is. So they had two versions of that stupid dingus.
So if you look at this one real quick, it's hard to tell this, but this one's been reshaped. The front of the safety has been reshaped so it's no longer sharp, and the back of the safety has also been reduced. So this is how, again, the gun is clear. This is how short the take up is on it. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Oh yeah.
It's real short. And then, so when it goes bang, it's just.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And on the reset, it's literally just right there.
Yeah, it's a touch shorter than mine.
And it's 100% drops, unlike almost every other flat face trigger out there.
Overwatch.
Overwatches are good so far. I haven't had any issues with Overwatches. But
Agencies
Suarez,
as well.
agencies they seem to do. I've actually had a couple agencies come in that are hit and miss, but it's always a real simple fix to make them safe. I've had a numerous amount of ZEVs come in that were not safe. Royal Arms is not safe. There's a whole bunch of them out there.
Yep.
I mean that whole recall by Strike Industries was caused by my video that I put on YouTube where I actually got a Strike Industries trigger to go off by smacking the back of the gun.
I didn't see that one. I saw tactical toolboxes where, like, he showed it. It showed him defeating the safety several times. But yeah, that Strike Industries trigger was trash. Thankfully, the person that was responsible for that.
Luckily, I had a buddy of mine that we were working on his at the same time, and he had the Strike Industries trigger, and we actually kind of brought it to their attention. They weren't aware of it, and they weren't happy about it. But they did offer to replace it with the new model, and he was kind of not enthused about it.
Yeah, I don't think I would have taken that offer. I would have taken my money back.
Yeah.
Triggers are not something to play with.
That was
Luke?
Aaron at Angel Fire.
What'd you say about Aaron?
That was Aaron's gun. Aaron at Angel Fire Ammo.
Yeah.
That was his gun. What was that?
Luke, do you have those 92s, man?
Yeah.
Are you getting in the DASA game or what?
Right now, I've shot them some. I'm a fan of 92 FSs. I'd like to get I know Military Arms Channel just did a review of it. The new Elite.
The A3. Oh no,
not
the
the A-
the new one that they
LTT
just
Langdon.
released.
Yes.
Yeah,
The Langdon gun.
The LTT.
But I do shoot them every once in a while. I'm issued a M9 in my guard unit.
I forgot to mention that. Yeah, you do serve in the National Guard, so
Yeah. And I do have a Safariland. I think it's the ALS holster for a 92 FS. And so, I mean, we don't shoot a whole lot in the guard, but actually, I'd say we don't shoot in the guard. Once a year is not shooting, but we do. But it's funny. This last year at Weapons Qual, they just said bring bring body armor and a holster. So I bought my own stuff. So I bought a T-Rex Orange battle belt and threw my Safariland holster on here with a Blue Force Gear plate carrier. And when I walked up to shoot, they were calling me Travis Haley and stuff like that. So it was kind of funny.
You're not a bad looking guy, but you're not pretty enough to be Travis.
No, I'm not. But
so Mike's got some competition. That's Grantham. Yeah, Mike's got some competition. That's his daddy, you know.
Flannel Daddy.
Yeah, Flannel Daddy, baby. He comes and does some work here in the state, by the way. Did you know that, Patrick?
Mike?
Yeah. He'll come here and work with Shaw.
Yep.
So
yeah, he's working pretty close with the Gun Mag Warehouse.
Yep.
Yeah.
What has been,
so
Luke? Where y'all from?
Fort Worth, Texas.
That's where are you there now, or are you here in Kansas somewhere?
No, he's never been in Kansas. Patrick's never been in Kansas. As far as
no, I have. No, I've never lived there.
You've never lived here, but you've passed through.
Gotcha.
I'm not insane.
He
got a guy in Kansas.
Do what?
Or is it Missouri? I don't remember. No, he's in Kansas City, Missouri. Never mind.
There you go.
confusing.
Luke, though, grew up in Kansas City
Yeah,
area.
and I'm from. Yep, I'm in Manhattan now, going to K-State.
Nice.
Getting his criminology degree from K-State.
Yep.
So,
If you guys ever come to Wichita, give me a holler. We'll go out and shoot a bunch of awesome guns.
Oh, sounds good. I'll be there. I'll actually be in Pretty Prairie in August.
well, he knows
So I'm
Jason.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Clint, you know
So I'll
Jason
be-
Perry.
Oh yeah, I know Jason real
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna help with I'm one of the instructors for Mayday training, and we're gonna be teaching a pistol and rifle class at in Pretty Prairie in August, and I'll be helping with that. So
Cool. You know, every Sunday, or like I think there's one Sunday a month, he holds what he calls the Sunday night gunfights. And it's kind of like an IDPA style course of fire, but it's more geared towards defensive use and stuff like that. It's a whole lot of fun. It's a blast out there. We even get into simunition every once in a while.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't been out there yet this year, and I'm a turd because I just haven't had time. But
I've been out there. I've only been out there twice. I took a rifle class to them last year. And I took a pistol class to them the 2nd of June. So.
well, Pretty Prairie is not that far from Wichita, so
Oh yeah.
you get down here, give me a holler.
Hey,
Sounds good. Will
Luke,
do.
show him that your AR pistol, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So with this here, we got a PSA AR pistol here.
Nice. What optic is that? That the Holosun optic?
Yes, it's the Holosun 50. I think it's the 503C.
Sounds correct.
Yeah. Yeah, 503C.
Those are such. Those optics blew my mind. I've got one on my AR pistol, and that you can't kill him.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, I've had it wet, muddy. I've dropped it. I've kicked it. It rode in a truck. It rode in a car, and it just smiles and takes it, and it's always on. I mean, I've had the same battery in it for almost a year and a half, and it just runs.
Yeah.
So
I've had.
that's why when they came out with that pistol optic, I was like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I've had their pistol optic and this one going for a little under a year now. So
nice.
What do you, Patrick? Are you running for a dot? What are you running?
On what gun?
Well, I mean, in general, if you had your, I mean, do you have several?
Long gun, handgun,
No, long gun.
long gun. I will grab it.
Curious
I don't
if,
have a super cool. What you call it? Weirdest thing.
He's got Clint. He's got a what would Stoner do? Clone.
Oh, me? Yeah.
No, Luke does.
Oh no, Luke does.
Yeah.
so this here's my take on the what would Stoner do. I went with the ALG veil because I didn't have money for the $300 carbon fiber handguard. So
Got great rail though.
yeah, but still comes in about 6 pounds with everything on it. So
Cool.
Now Patrick's going to show off his dot here. What do you have there, dude?
Aimpoint Comp M4S.
Comp before, yep.
So I've got a M4S. I've got a Comp M4. I've got a Aimpoint ML3, a Comp ML3, the like sportery version, not the good one, whatever the crappy third MO, so whatever the hell it is. And then I've got a Comp M2 somewhere.
Oh,
well.
he's got his commie guns out. Clint's bringing his commie guns out, man.
Not Tommy guns. It's two
I said
AKs and AR
I said
pistol and then a lever gun.
your commie guns, man.
Yeah. Well, there's two Tommy guns, and then there's two American guns in there. But That one right there, everybody should own one of those. Everybody should own a lever gun. They're so much fun to shoot.
How about I've got
Very
one at 6.5.
You have a lever gun in 6.5?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then I've got 2 AKs that are, well, let's just say I'm not stuck to them, if that makes sense. So they're kind of, well,
What is that one on the right?
that's an actual Norinco.
Pre-94 or 94?
It is a pre-94 that was caught at the docks.
Wow.
So it basically was a pre-ban that got caught on the docks in the crates, and they had to neuter basically. That other one's an SLR 95 or an SLR 5, sorry. But the yeah, that's a Norinco Mac 90 and OG.
Luke, are you into the AK game, man?
I'm not. I've been looking at it. I'll probably get into it within the next year though.
What do you got there, Patrick?
I have it's a Arsenal SLR 107 FR, the Zukov handguard, a SHOT Show limited edition True North grip stuff. Like they only did 100 of them in the orange.
It's called free, man.
No. Actually, Adam Peeney won it at a charity raffle fundraiser thing, and had already gotten one and said, "Hey, man, you have one of these things?" I was like, "Oh, no." He goes, "You do now," and walked away. So I was like, "Okay, cool. So I'm going to use the crap out of this
You have a
limited
break
edition thing."
You have a break on it. Holy
Yeah.
Moses, man.
Yep, it's a SRVV muzzle brake.
So people are that set next to you don't like you.
I try to clear the area around me
Yeah.
at the range.
I can imagine.
But yeah, it's a pretty decent little AK. I've got the brake, the handguard. That's the Comp C3 2 MOA aim point is what that is, in like a low 30 millimeter ring on a Ultimat gas rail, Haley Strategic Thorntail long light mount with a old ProTech 2 light. X-Tech Mag 47 mags because they are awesome. It's got a Krebs safety, Zenico charging handle, Magpul grip, a Blue Force gear sling, and unknown sling mount.
I think Blue Force makes the best sling on the market. I really do.
I think Troy is going to have something to say about that. I took a look at the new Troy slings recently at an event, and I was really impressed.
Oh,
That is interesting.
I haven't seen it then.
Yeah. Well, that was probably invited only there.
I put an article out on Recoil. You can search the Troy sling on recoilweb.com. You can find the article there.
Hey Clint, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta take care of a situation on here just real quick. So Clint is actually one of my admins, so you can just hang on a second. I'll be right back. So lead the conversation, my friend. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can. What? AKA Lyle's got to go take a whiz.
No, I've got a house full of kids. Is what's going on.
Oh, he's gonna go lay the smack down. Then is what he's gonna go do.
No.
Don't.
Just gotta. Yeah, I'll be right back.
I think you should tase them all.
Or pepper spray. You know the little pepper balls you throw at them?
recover faster from tase.
Oh, that is true. Are you guys into single actions at all?
I don't really do revolvers. I've got one. It's a J-frame.
No, but I'm looking at getting into it so I can go take a class and just learn more, kind of expand it from semis to revolvers. So,
you know, I was looking for something new and fun to do, and I bought a Vaquero, and of course the first thing I did is mod the crap out of it, and I redid the action and everything myself in my shop, and you know, they're a lot of fun just to tinker with. They're easy to shoot. But what blew my mind is I started looking around at. I'd never looked at any of the cowboy action stuff, and I started looking around, and I'm like, wow. I did not know that these guys were that fast. That these guys would just, I mean,
Yeah.
they're insane how
Oh, yeah.
fast they are. I mean, you take some of the USPS PSA shooters and stuff like that, and from draw to first round on a shot, it's like, woo, I don't know. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
They're also shooting some pretty powder puff loads too.
yeah, that's true.
sure. But I was amazed on how fast they were, and
Oh yeah.
but I got into that, and I thought that was kind of neat, and even ordered a nice special holster for it and all that other stuff, and now it's sitting on my shelf over there collecting dust.
It's kind of how it goes. Yeah, no, I said something about this earlier. Is the 6.5 Creedmoor lever action?
Oh yeah.
Who built that? What model was that?
It's a Henry Long Ranger 6.5.
Really? Wow.
So I don't know if you can see the 6.5 Creedmoor on the floor plate or not. 6.5 CM.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like it's pretty darn cool. I'm stoked to get the review done on this thing here pretty quick.
I love my lever gun. I absolutely love it. I don't know what it is about that gun, but I love it. I mean, I just have a ball with it. So, Lau, you back?
I am back. They're streaming stuff upstairs is what's happening.
I got you.
And they're taking up my
So
broadband.
here's what I had to do. I have dinner waiting on me, and my wife is looking at me. So,
It's after 9 o'clock. Yeah, you better go eat.
yep, I better go eat, and at least if I want to live to see tomorrow, anyway. So,
Yeah.
but
All right, bro. Thanks for joining us, man.
yep, thanks for
Nice to
having me
meet you.
on. You too,
Yep, good
guys.
seeing
If
you.
you ever make it into Wichita, come hook up with me, and we'll go have some fun. So,
Sounds
good
good.
night, y'all.
Sounds good.
All right,
Later, man.
take care, bud.
See ya.
I'm looking at the over here at the Big Al has joined us, or maybe he's gone now. I don't know. Sir Jacob says that there's an AK in the house. I don't know.
There is an AK in this house. It belongs to him. So it is not my AK, but it is his AK.
Okay,
So,
there you
You know, I used to really resist the AK, and then I got my hands on that 107 FR and kitted it up to be as much like an AR as I possibly could.
yeah.
And it ain't bad. It's not bad at all.
go. What are you guys' thoughts on the new PSA adventure into the AK world?
So I've been to the PSA facility. I've seen how they're building their AKs. I'm impressed. They're using forged trunnions. They're going to be like they're using the same barrels that we have been using in PSA ARs for the last 6-7 years or whatever. So there's nothing to really hate. Is AK.
Luke, you think you'd look at a PSA?
Oh yeah, I've thought about getting one, especially when they have the blemished ones for $4.99. It looks like it's a great opportunity to get into an AK pretty cheap. Because a lot of the other American-made AKs are not that good, from what I've heard. So to see some U.S.-made AKs that work.
Under $700. That's the only AK that I would buy.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I can't think of
interesting.
anything else.
Century not your cup of tea, huh?
No, there have been too many issues with like quality control on the Century guns.
That's too bad. I mean, they were going really hot there for a while as far as the company goes.
They are a fantastic importer. They are a pretty good assembler, but as a manufacturer, they've not done amazingly well.
That's interesting.
Sad.
Yeah, just for kicks and giggles, if I had the money, man, I would want a Fuller AK.
Jim Fuller, AK.
Yeah, I mean, just to have known that the guy touched it.
Oh yeah.
Jim is a smart dude, man. I don't think he's building AKs anymore.
No, he was retiring and handing it over.
Yeah, he did that a while back.
Yeah,
he's still going in every day though.
but man, that'd be so odd. For me personally, as a gun person, it's just a sentimental thing. To know that, hey, Jim Fuller touched this thing and worked on it, it's just like Chambers, man, when it comes to a 1911. And a lot of people don't even know who Chambers is. And which is too bad.
It's his off-putting smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's right up. Seriously, he's not but 2.5, 3 hours from us.
Okay.
Wherever that swamp to the north is.
Yeah, it's in the Northland, in Nebraska. But no, I would love to, and I wouldn't. I wouldn't mind a Nighthawk either. But
Nighthawks are nice guns. But you're in the same price realm as a Chambers gun, so I'll take a Chambers gun.
No,
I've looked at getting an AK, and then around the time I do that, I pick up another AR or get something that's an AR. And right now, with all my gear and mag pouches and mags being set up for ARs, that's just what I've been running. But I believe there's definitely going to get into an AK game at some point.
You can get some taco pouches, man. One does both.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think there are some out there.
Yeah.
Haley's, don't they do that?
I don't know. I know that the taco will do it. I know that the Mean Gene pouches. I don't even remember if he does a rifle mag pouch, but like he's got some burrito pouch or something that does well with like multiple mags.
Luke, do you have anything else, man? Any more goodies to show us?
I do have my QX Arms battle belt that I've been running through most my classes in the last year and a half, unless it's like a concealed carry based class. And so this year has gotten some pretty good use out of it. I picked up a Ruger Security 9 a while back.
Really?
And I'm gonna run this a little bit just because again it is a budget gun. So
do me a favor. Is it clear?
Yeah. Yes.
Push on the front sight really hard to the other side of the dovetail.
Have you noticed it? Does it usually move for you?
Oh yeah. Whenever you see it, you're gonna be like, "What the hell?"
I see what you're saying.
It's good.
It moves out.
They used a roll pin. There's a roll pin in there that engages with like a notch in the plastic.
Huh.
Or it's either a roll pin or like a hump in the metal or something. So it like falls into this little notch.
Yeah.
I'll be doggone.
The things you find.
Oh yeah.
I guess if
so
go ahead.
I've got about 500 rounds to this. I'm gonna shoot it some more, but it's nice to see budget options for people who can't afford a $500-600 gun. So yeah, there's stuff that could be improvements, but
Oh
better
no, I'm
that
not
they have.
knocking
Yeah.
it.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not knocking it. I'm not knocking it.
Yeah. But
It's a
The greatest point of like not confrontation, but of like controversy is the G2C.
yeah. I've
Yeah.
sold a lot of those working at a gun store. So
his gun is $200. Please
Is that
pass
what
go.
is that what it's selling for, Luke? Is just like
it's
$200?
Like 250.
yeah, 250. They'll have them on sale for about 200. And then not at our store, but you can see them find the magazines for, if you buy 5 of them, $10, $20 each at on Palmetto State Armory. So
Hmm.
someone's
I
able
will
to get into a sub $200 gun, then walk out the door for 250 with 5 mags and a gun.
I will contend that I have found the greatest sub $250 handgun on the planet.
What is that? That it looks
It's
like a
the
Remington.
RP9.
Is that a Remington?
It's a Remington RP9.
And it works? Sorry,
I'm
guys.
like
I shouldn't have said
1,300
that.
rounds deep. I'm like 1,300 rounds deep in this thing. Yeah,
Dude, that
I
looks
mean, I've-
like a. It looks like a High Point and a Ruger American had a baby.
you know,
Kinda does.
knock it all you like, but
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
let's see if I can get my stash of Targets.
I mean, if it runs, it's just like a High Point, you know. I mean, people kick it, but the dudes, there's a lot of them they
You
run.
know, people that knock high points don't. If they can outshoot a high point, then they can knock one.
Well, and I mean, you can beat the living crap out of them,
I've
Oh, yeah.
broken more high points than I have anything else.
and they will replace them for you.
Yes, they will.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, if that's all you can
Where
afford,
is-
better than a pointy stick or better than waiting 6 months for something else.
That's exactly. Hey, do you guys, Luke? Do you guys sell? I know you work for a local store.
Mhm.
Do you guys sell Sky?
We do. We sell a decent amount of those. Right now, the Taurus G2Cs have been selling better. But right here, I have a picture here. If I can find it. So we got this guy in from that's straight from the factory, and the rear sight fell off. So
Was
Oh,
the
my.
Allen screw not tightened?
I guess not. Even with it out being it did not. It was not tight in the dovetail either. So.
Hmm.
So yeah, we had to send that back to
Um,
them. But
So not all sites will be tight in the dovetail. A lot of manufacturers will use a slightly looser fit and a set screw, and then they use like thread locker to glue it in place.
okay.
Man, I changed out a front sight with my uncle on a Smith and Wesson
Mhm.
M&P, and I mean, holy Moses, we had to
Oh,
beat
yeah.
the living tar out of that thing to get it out, and oh my soul, that was a nightmare. That was the rear side we didn't have to touch, but we just changed out the front. But yeah, man, makes me thankful for my life. Now I have had Glocks, more than one, come loose on me, work loose.
Yeah.
And just throw a Loctite on there and go on. But yeah, after that experience, I mean, it's good that they're in there, but
Yeah.
if you want to change them out, I'd like to be able to.
So you need a
So
sight pusher.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
what sight comes out with?
we were using a drift punch, and yeah, you had to beat the living car, just bam, bam, bam,
That sounds like the
I-
same experience I had with the 509.
Yeah.
I
It's
broke
interesting.
a sight tool.
You broke a sight tool you mean
Yep.
a Glock sight tool?
So it was, you could use it, anything with the dovetail is universal. You clamp the
Oh,
slide into
yeah.
it. But I
Yeah,
used
yeah.
it to
The
probably
big
switch
black
out.
one with the knob on top.
Yeah.
Yep.
I probably used that
MTM
for,
sight.
yeah. So I,
Hmm.
I bent it and then I've retired it since, but I probably used it for 20 sites and it finally bent. So I think I might have it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
The 509, you know, when they make a big issue about that, Patrick, with water, that it doesn't do well with water. I mean, I'm not advocating that you go walk in a river and come out and do over the beach type stuff, but what's your take on that?
I think they're idiots. They don't understand how things work. So here's my thing with the water thing, right? Like, I'm not a defendant of the 509. I'm not a defendant of the Glock. I don't, you know, I shoot both platforms. Probably shoot the Glock more. The thing is, like, this is my 509 tactical. If I drop it into water, I'm going to need to pick that gun up, and it's going to come up like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to come out of the water and bang. It's going to come up like this, where there's a hole conveniently placed in the front of that channel that is holding the water,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, like, you have more of an opportunity for it to drain, because you're not going to pick the gun up like this and then bang. You're going to pick the gun up out of water and then bang, because that's just natural. We want to drag it up and then put it out. Same thing applies to the holster. If I fall into water, you know, like, whenever I go for that gun, I'm going to draw the gun. Again, muzzle is pointed downwards. There's a big, giant hole in the middle of the face of the slide that prevents water from staying inside there.
I mean, it's just a remedial action too. I mean, you just tap rack, bang. I mean,
It's the most ridiculous living room problem that I think I've ever heard. I might fall into a pond and then get into a self-defense shooting, and then the zombies eat me. No, you won't. You're going to die of diabetes at like 42. Stop talking.
hey, no, I'm 42 and I'm a diabetic. Don't we talking like that?
I've heard some
Of all
crazy
the
stories
guesses.
people are afraid of.
Seriously, I'm a bad diabetic. I'm 40. I'm fixing to turn 43. I would like to live another month. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I
but-
think it's the most insane thing.
Yeah.
Because Glocks suffer the same problem.
Yeah, without maritime cups. Yeah.
Hmm?
And even I've seen them even with maritime cups fail.
I don't know. I think it's a stupid test. So the whole reason that thing grew legs is because Tim Harmon started doing his gauntlet tests,
Yeah.
which were not designed to be scientific.
No.
They're designed to be cheap and easy content. Because that test cost them what, 50, 100 rounds? So they're into a video for $20.
Yeah.
You know.
And he told people that it wasn't scientific.
Yeah, well, he says that.
It just grew legs.
No, he says that, and then he gets in the comments and he defends the results from that freaking test. So
They're probably
Tim's doing Tim stuff.
Yeah. Did you know Tim was from Kansas, by the way?
Yep.
I did not know
Kansas.
Tim was from Kansas.
Yes,
He's from Lawrence, Kansas.
He graduated high school with a friend of mine down in Lawrence. Yeah.
The next reunion, asked him to punch him.
And then he moved on to Indiana. You know, well, I mean, that was after the Marine Corps and all that business, but yeah. But yeah, so he's a well, his mom still lives here, so yeah. So when he comes back, I'll I'll have to get a hold of him. Try and get a hold of him. So
I don't even remember the last time I talked to Tim was. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Probably should reach out.
But well, guys, it is it's. I'm glad we're on Central Time. It's it's 9:30.
Yes.
I do have one more question.
Go ahead, man.
I've got a question for you, Patrick. How did you find the Kansas gun community?
I subscribe to every gun channel that I run across, and it
Okay.
happened to be on my feed when I was eating dinner, scrolling through things to pay attention to.
Sounds good.
Well, I'm
Oh, yeah.
glad. I'm glad that you did, and we were able to get together.
Yeah, it's-
You know, Fisher. I've had Fisher on several times, or well, I say several. I don't know.
I know.
Three.
I think I've trolled them on here.
Yes, I believe you did.
yeah.
You troll him on his IG lives all the time.
All the time. I love Fisher though. He's probably Steve is a real person in this industry, and that's
Mhm.
rare. And
Yeah.
one that I would consider to be a true friend.
No, I same here. I talk to him. I don't not on a frequent basis, but probably I don't know. I talk to him. We'll put it that way. But we text back and forth quite a bit. But
Wait, you
Yeah.
get him to text beyond 2 words?
on occasion. Yeah.
See.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. That's 100% Steve Fisher's entire texting vocabulary.
No, he
Yep.
he
Okay.
does. He does. And then we get on the phone and talk sometimes, chit chat. And
Yeah.
you got to know when he's on
Dude.
the road and get him on the road in the truck and yeah, just chit chat. I enjoy it. I mean,
No,
we
yeah,
have,
no.
we
I
have
love
good
talking to
chats,
Steve.
man. He's a wicked. Man, the dude's a wizard with a gun. He's a wizard with a
I
gun.
don't think I've actually shot with Steve. We tried to get together a bunch, but it just has never
Yeah.
jived. I threatened him. I was like, bro, I'm just gonna show up at your hotel room one day with a bag and a gun and tell you that I'm taking your class. And he's like, do it. Right.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to get him here in the state. So,
I
we've almost got it accomplished for 2020. I'm actually negotiating with some situations. So.
You're not too terribly far from Brownells, are you not?
About
2 hours.
is it? I don't know. Is it 3 hours up there?
It's about 2 hours from here to
2 hours?
the Brown
Yeah.
Factory. Yeah. Yep.
Dude, just
Iowa,
do it there. Do it there at Bighorn. They've got a great facility. Grinnell's a great little town. You got Brownells right there, which means you don't have to worry about ammo.
We need people to come to Kansas, man. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's
Needs a strong term.
one we want people to come to Kansas.
There we go.
Jedi is going to be here in October.
Yeah, I think I saw that on his calendar. I was looking at it today, as a matter of fact, before I got on to. Hey, I took his class last year.
Yeah, he'll be here for 2 days over literally 15 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
So,
Active self-protection's coming here in September.
yeah, that'll be the last weekend in September. John will be here
Yeah.
with his whole crew and
Good.
a bunch of other people. And
I'm looking at signing up for that.
I actually am helping work that conference. So
Okay.
I didn't even. I hadn't seen that.
do you know John?
I don't know.
Yeah.
John, I've not crossed paths with.
Oh, we have a good time.
He seems like a great dude.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to think who else is Pat Mack is coming here, man.
I would love to shoot with Pat Mack. I think
Pat Mack is coming.
Be an experience.
Yes, he's going to be in Wichita. Yeah.
Wichita, Kansas. Is yeah.
It's sold out. It's sold out, but he's going to be here.
You
So.
say sold out? I heard somebody's going to cancel.
But yeah,
I know
Pat
there's
Mack is he's a heck of a. I mean, holy cow, that dude's a beast, man. He's just a beast.
I don't remember who I was talking to. It was one of the other dudes that he served with.
Hmm.
And it just described him as a cartoon.
Yeah. Man, I mean, if you hear his story, you know, I mean, really, it's if nothing else, inspiring. You know what he's come through. I mean, he's had a pretty eventful life. But
beyond what he used to do for a living, I haven't really dove too deep into.
he was Delta. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
back in the days when but and I don't know everything, but from what I've heard, you know, I've heard out of from his mouth is all. But yeah, no, there's different folks coming to the state here, and we I say we need that, and we do. We want folks to come to Kansas, and we got some excellent. I mean, just like Luke works with Mitchell May.
Yeah.
You know, he's a range master certified, got all these certs and everything else, you know, instructor, and you know, it does well. And you guys got classes coming up, Luke. You do coming up in for the next few months, and so I mean, there are people here, Buck Petticord and Chuck Haggard, and I mean, we've got tons. Jason Perry and Clint actually was just on here as he didn't talk about it, but he's an instructor too with, you know, has a lot of certs. But
Bill Regina in Kansas City, or
yes, Bill Regina with SRT Group,
or Fort Scott, I guess.
he's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
So we're blessed to have a lot of good dudes. You're in Texas, Patrick. Come on. You know.
Yep.
See, it's Texas. I used to live there, but but I moved back here. I lived in
it's cooler.
I lived in Beaumont, and so 30 minutes from the beach, so and 45 minutes from Houston. So,
and that's where it goes wrong.
That's where the love bugs are, brother. That's what's going on down there.
No. If Houston as a whole, if like God decided today that He wanted to try out a new pair of scissors and cut that part of the earth out and crumple it up and throw it away, I would be okay.
I have some good friends down there, man. Come on.
You can make new friends. Houston being gone forever is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, it's an interesting area down there. But,
it is.
But I'm glad to be here from Kansas. I tell you what, we can talk here a little bit afterwards. So hang on, and but for now, for KS Guncom, y'all, we're gonna sign off, and for this episode of Live Fire. And as always, stay Kansas proud, and thanks for joining us tonight. Of course, it was always brought to you by Bushnell. All right, stay Kansas proud, y'all. We'll talk to you later.